25%. That number might sound small, but in the case of one little girl, it means the world. Back in 2008, Ryan Hollingsworth gave 25% of his liver to his 4-month-old daughter, Kai, suffering from biliary atresia. Well, now his vibrant little girl is 8 years old, and they are both joining us this morning to share their inspirational story. Thank you both so much for being here. And Kai, we got to go right to you and say, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. I was sick last week, but I went to my kidney doctor, and she said that I was doing okay. So then I got tests and stuff.
Yep.
And then after a month, we went to go to my psychologist, and I practiced getting my blood draw first with a paper clip needle. And then with the real needle, and then after a month, I got my real blood draw with my friend Bella.
Oh, and they said everything is going well. You're doing great. You look beautiful. You're
mom
healthy.
Was crying.
She was?
Yes.
Well, I have a feeling a lot of people are crying when they hear the story and what you did, what your dad did for you. Dad, we want to bring you into this. You know, when you found out your 4-month-old little girl needed some help, what's going through your mind at that point?
I mean, you're kind of in shock, right? I mean, not only were we first-time parents, but to have something like that is, we'd never even heard of.
I was just going to say, what is that?
So it's essentially where your liver just can't get rid of the bile it creates, and that backs up, and it creates biliary in the blood, which gives the jaundice color that people associate with liver failure and things of that nature. So. And that's essentially how we found out. She started turning a yellowish color, and we went in to what we thought was just going to be a normal checkup, and ended up being evacuated, taken to Georgetown Hospital from Mount Sinai.
I can't imagine, as a parent, what's going through your mind at this point. When you realized that there was something you could do to help Kai feel better, I mean, obviously, we know what you did, and many people would be impressed with what you did.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where I think any parent would do it. You don't really think. As soon as we knew what the options were and that I was a potential candidate, it was just a matter of doing it and going through the tests. That you don't really think about what the surgery might be like or the recovery. You're just kind of focused on the goal of taking care of your children.
And you gave her part of your liver.
Yes.
And it saved her life.
It did, yes.
And so Kai, here's Father's Day coming up. You've got a pretty good dad here. What do you think about what he gave you?
I think he gave me a pretty good present.
I think so
if
too.
It was my birthday, I seriously wish it was. It would be kind of a good birthday to stay alive.
You've got a pretty good dad here.
Yeah. I woke up in the middle of my surgery, and I was when I woke up, it was really scary. So that's why I have PTSD, and that's why I don't really I am really strong, and I will pull away from the phlebotomist.
It's scary to have to go through all that medical treatment.
It is.
But you've got your parents here, and you've got some brothers and sisters at home too.
Yeah.
And they're there to help get you through all of this.
Yeah. Basically, Reef doesn't really listen.
So you're telling on your siblings here. So Dad, if you had anything to say to people watching right now about what you can do for your kid, what do you say?
I mean, I think especially for first-time parents, it's hard to be prepared for that experience.
Right.
But ask questions. There were things that we probably could have asked a little sooner, but she was going to have this problem one way or the other.
Right.
And it's really like hitting the lottery in the bad way. So it's not something that's common, but just asking questions and going through the natural progression of what things should I look out for. But other than that, I think it's just
It's pretty remarkable.
Well, thank you. Yes, it is.
And prognosis, both of you are doing well. How are you doing too, we should ask?
Yeah, I'm doing just fine. It took about 6-7 months to get back to playing golf, but I can do that now, so it's not a problem. And most importantly, she should be able to. She does have an immune deficiency from that and the medication you have to take. But other than that, she lives a normal normal life.
Is golf really important?
So what do you plan
Sometimes.
to do this summer?
I plan to play with my friends, and I plan to get Daddy a really good present.
Yeah.
So usually my mom gets it. I don't really know what to get him.
I have a feeling you're going to come up with something pretty
Reef
good.
was like, when we went to the store, Reef was like, how about we get him some cigars again? Because we already got him some cigars for the
Either
for the
way, I think your dad's
anniversary.
pretty proud of you. You're pretty lucky, and we're lucky to have both of you here with us. Thank you so much, and happy early Father's Day to you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for
Kai,
having
keep
us.
us updated on how you're doing.